Okay, we were discussing the food processing. In the food processing process, what we will do is we will convert the, like it involves all the technology. Like food processing involves the various use of technology where you can process the food. Okay, the food process may be to enhance the shelf life. Okay, the food processing can be done either to enhance the shelf life, that means durability, the time duration that will be used to store the food. So this we have studied in the food microbiology in the first semester. So like food processing will be done. First thing, it will be done for various reasons. Food processing can be done for various reasons. One thing is to enhance the shelf life, that is how long food can be stored in a unspoiled condition is known as the shelf life. So food processing involves enhancing the shelf life or enhancing its texture of the food. Okay, enhancing the vitality of the food. That means like you can enhance the food by updating with the vitamins, or you can enhance the aroma for the food, or you can enhance the aroma or flavor, any of the things you can use. So you can enhance the taste of the food. Food processing can be done either to enhance the taste of the food, shelf life of the food, texture of the food, vitality of the food, and even to protect the food from spoiling or the pathogens. Okay, these are the various objectives of food processing. Food processing will be done either to enhance the shelf life of the food, either to enhance the taste of the food, enhance the texture of the food, enhance the vitality of the food, enhance the aroma or flavor of the food, enhance the to protect the food from spoilage or to inhibit the spoilage, as well as to inhibit the accumulation of pathogens. These are the major objectives of food processing. Whatever the food process you do, these are the things that has to be taken care of. Okay, now food processing will be generally done by what? By adding some preservatives. Okay, preservatives, or by adding some taste enhancer. The conventional way of food processing mainly include the addition of preservatives or taste enhancers. But when you are using the biotechnology, so when this is the conventional method, what we are talking about the biotechnological method. Like conventionally, we enhance the we will enhance the food processing through the enhancing the preservative by adding some chemical preservative, or by adding some chemical components that enhance the taste of the food. But when we are talking about the biotechnological approaches, what do you expect over here? Biotechnological approach means what do you expect has to happen here? What aid you want to get? Yes, we can use enzymes, we can use organic acids, we can use the organic compounds. Okay, we can add the various amino acids. Okay, we can add the emulsifiers. Okay, we can add the probiotic compounds. Okay, by fortifying the food with the enzymes or organic acid or organic compounds or amino acids or emulsifiers or the probiotics or the natural biopreservatives, we can enhance the food quality. Through the food processing can be done by either of these approaches. How they will be getting? So we get the enzymes from microbes, we can get the enzymes, organic acid from the microbes, we can get the organic compounds from the microbes, we can get the amino acids from the microbes, and we can even get the emulsifiers from the microbes, and we can even use the probiotic compound. That means because of the biotechnological industry, so you can use the combined microbiological approach. Okay, microbiological and biotechnological approach in food processing. Okay, for food processing, we use the combined microbiological as well as the food technological, even as the biochemical approach. Okay. So we can use the various microorganisms to generate various enzymes, various organic acids, various amino acids, various organic compounds, various tannin compounds, various vitamins compound, various aroma compound, okay, various esters, various organic acids that can be produced through the biotechnology, and those will be enhanced to used to enhance the food processing quality. Okay, food processing quality. Okay, so this is regarding the biotechnological approaches for food processing. Biotechnological approaches for food processing. Okay, the most classical examples of biotechnological food processing is tetra packing of coconut milk, tender coconut, buttermilk, sugarcane juice. Okay, these are all one of the major milestone in biotechnological approaches, food processing ways. Because otherwise, if you take up the coconut milk or tender coconut, so it will be spoiled easily by using the tetra packing approach. So in tetra packing, we'll add some of the compounds that enhance, compounds from the biotechnological product that enhance the shelf life of these commercial products which will be used in the food processing. This is the first example of biotechnological food processing. And second thing, prebiotic and probiotic compounds. Prebiotic and probiotic compounds will be produced by using the microorganism, and these things will enhance what? They enhance the vitality of the food. Like, what is the nutritional status? You can enhance the nutritional status of the food, as well as sometimes these compounds also inhibit the pathogens. That is very important in the food industry. Okay, these are the classical examples of food processing approaches. Okay, we have separate chapter on the dairy. That time we will deal with in detail like other applications of microorganisms or the biotechnological approaches in dairy industry. And we also use enhancing the shelf life, various enzymes is used, various organic acid used, probiotics and prebiotics is used. So this completes your, this is a brief overview of biotechnological approaches for food processing.